Hello, and a very warm welcome. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. To anyone new to this channel, I'm going to be speaking on the teachings and work of this man, Bruno Gröning, who was one of, if not the greatest healers to walk the earth that I'm aware of anyway. Now, he pointed out that all around us there is a healing life energy that we can take in for help, for actual healing, and for vitality so that we can have the energy we need to really enjoy life. That, while most people think, oh, I get energy from food and drink and maybe sleep, maybe exercise to some extent. Bruno Gröning pointed out that while all those things are part of where we get the energy to do life, there's even a more fundamental aspect of where we get our energy, and that it's literally all around us and that we can take it in. So I'm going to lead you through a very simple, you could call it meditation, exercise of receiving that energy. It's very easy to do. Please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards, back in a relaxed upright position, meaning not leaning against your chair if possible. And then please close your eyes. That's the physical preparation. And then inwardly open yourself up to receive this energy. For anyone who's new, it may be opening yourself to the possibility that there is such a thing as healing life energy. But regardless, opening up to receive and observing your body, having the will, the intention to take this energy in. So we'll sit for a few minutes in silence. Every now and then I'll come in with a reminder. And please observe your body, noticing what you feel while having the intention to take in healing life energy. Noticing what you're feeling, having the intention to take this energy in. Being open to the possibility that this energy can actually heal. Observing your body. Intending to take this energy in. I want to talk and read a little bit, and I invite you to continue taking this energy in. So through this simple practice, myself and literally tens, hundreds of thousands of other people have experienced healing. So this thing that I'm calling energy, healing energy, is very real to me. I've had medically incurable conditions heal, and I'm not the only one. Many, many, many people. Just the other day, a friend of mine, healed myalgia. She had, for most of her life, she had pain all throughout her body, and I've been seeing doctors and doing all different types of therapy for years. And through this practice, she was able to completely heal it. Just one of many. And this is someone I know personally. So, so Bruno Gröning pointed out that this power is limitless, that really God is limitless. God is almighty, what he called God. And that's a whole other topic, but it's quite different from what maybe the average established religion, how they define God. But pointed out that for God, there is no such thing as incurable. That literally, in German, he said, God is nothing impossible, which I understand to mean God is limitlessness itself. In English, we might just say God is infinity. So for infinity, healing a disease is nothing. It's like throwing a speck of dirt in the ocean. The ocean being infinite, limitless God, and a speck of dirt being the most horrific illness, easily curable by the infinite power. And Bruno Gröning would say things like, the good will prevail. And even went so far as to say that the good will prevail here on this earth, that all problems will be wiped away one day. And does that mean that every disease is going to be healed in this lifetime, on the time that we want it? Well, not necessarily. A very interesting example of this was one of Bruno's close friends and students, a man named Alfred Haas. And Alfred experienced, when he was born, an extreme hardship. He was actually dropped by the nurse, like soon after he was born, and had severe injury, multiple life-threatening conditions because of this. And in his work with Bruno Gröning, he was able to heal. He was able to heal almost all of them, but he still needed to use a wheelchair. And sometimes people would say, "Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if he was able to just get up out of his wheelchair?" And Bruno Gröning very sternly, well, actually, they didn't say that. They would think that. Bruno Gröning was able to read minds, and he would very sternly say, "You have no idea what's best for another person. You don't know what's best for their spiritual development." And here he elaborated a little bit further about why this happened to Freddie. "You, dear Freddie Bay, may never be angry with this midwife. Listen, never, for in your case she was only the instrument to fulfill your destiny, which had been ordained by God. For it is precisely a bodily limitation that is necessary for your mental spiritual development, since you would otherwise have done everything else, but you would not have gone the divine way that was preordained." So that's pretty mind-boggling if you think about it, that it was actually unlearning that why this happened to him was for a learning opportunity to, in essence, force him onto the spiritual path. So this is why it's our job, and Bruno taught people how to heal themselves, but simultaneously he taught people to surrender to God. It's our job to work towards a healing, but it's actually not our job, and it's not up to us when a healing occurs. So let's sit with all this and take in some more of this divine energy, noticing what you feel. Really having the will to take in this good energy, the will to be released from everything not good, and simultaneously surrendering, placing the outcome in God's hands. Really observing the body, really taking this energy in. We have to work towards healing. We have to work towards our own growth. Bruno Gurning and other spiritual helpers are available to help. And he pointed out that we have to work for it, strive for it. So, in my view, my understanding is there's a delicate balance between striving towards a healing and surrendering. In essence, having complete faith, faith that whatever's in front of us can heal, that God, the supreme force, the supreme power, can heal anything and everything, and taking it a step further and trusting that it will be healed, in essence, that it's inevitable, and then taking the final leap of faith of trusting that the timing, that it'll happen when it's right, not when we want it. Because, of course, what Freddie would have wanted in this story was just to be completely healed immediately. But Bruno Groening pointed out that actually wouldn't have been what was best for him. He experienced many other healings, and he was expected to only live to the age of 22 or 23. And because of his work with Bruno Groening, both the help he received from Bruno Groening and his own striving, I don't know, how, when he left his body, but it was much more than 20. It was, I believe, more like his 60s or 70s. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining in and watching this video. It's a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. This full-on striving with faith and confidence, mixed with complete surrender that the timing is really not up to us. It's a very delicate balance. We don't want to say, oh, something isn't going to heal, but we also don't want to make a demand. Bruno Bernini over and over told people that they could not uh, require or demand a healing, but they could, through their own strivings, acquire it. And to me, the ultimate act of faith is to know that something will heal and to hold to that until it does. Aw, thank you, Krista. So grateful. And let's just sit for a little longer, really stepping into that ultimate faith that everything will heal. And if something hasn't healed yet here in time, that it's for a very good reason, that there's something for us to learn. There's a way we need to change or grow. Hmm. thank you so much for joining in. We'll do this again real soon. And I wish you a day full of absolute faith and absolute trust. Take care. Much love.